It's gonna be wild, man, wild.
Hallelujah.
Hey, Lewis.
Hey, Dave.
Welcome to WCYR Wisdom Chambers Youth Review.
For another week, Friday night. We're here at CTV1 in Redfern, doing it live in the studio. Guests galore, audience galore.
And very nervous this week because it was Poetry Awareness Week, I think.
Oh, yes, it was indeed, Dave. And you've been out doing a bit of poetry, have you?
Well, I've heard that people have been doing poetry. I heard like people ringing up Triple J all week was like having people ringing in and doing their little poem numbers, and I thought that was pretty interesting. I couldn't come up with anything myself. Nothing I would actually be happy enough to say apart from Roses are red, violets blue, CTV1 is for you. That's a goodie.
Yeah, good one, Dave. Alright. Hey, big round of applause for Dave. It's his first week doing the intro.
Yeah.
Audience,
Pretty nervous.
it's your chance. 50 deep out there.
Yeah, fully. Oh,
Beyond the bright
scary.
lights.
And that's just the first kind of tier of the stadium.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
So, Dave, Poetry Week.
Yeah, Poetry
Tell us
Week.
that. Oh, we've been doing a bit of interviewing in Broadway Shopping Centre.
Broadway. There were lots of people down there last week. Jonno and that were telling me about that. There was some pretty interesting people that they got to talk to.
Indeedy deedy do.
And so I'm sure
And you
that'll
were
be
there,
worth
of course?
staying about for. Yeah, I was there in the background. I was doing my shopping at Coles.
Oh, right. I was there
Yeah.
as well, in spirit. But we got a great show. Big
Yeah,
show.
Huge show.
All your favourite segments are here on the show tonight.
Yep.
Dave, would you like to let us
Well,
know what
there's-
some of those great segments are?
There's Batteries Not Included are back.
Fabulous segment, and the audience is going crazy for
Round
Batteries
of
Not
applause.
Included.
Batteries Not Included.
They can't get enough.
Huge gig.
Can't get enough.
Yep. There's Silly Seconds with
Silly
Michael
seconds.
and Jonno.
Michael and
All
Jonno.
right.
We got, we're doing it.
Yeah.
You and I are doing it with Dave.
Yeah. Making hummus. tonight.
Hummus.
That's one I always struggle to say. Hummus.
Hummus.
I don't know.
Gotta go in hummus. I want hummus.
Hummus.
What sauce do you want? Hummus. Baba ganoush, hummus.
Baba ganoush. That's a beautiful word.
Well, we're doing it here in the studio for you. And doing it with Dave's become a bit of a cult segment. Big cult
Scary.
following.
Scary. Actually.
All of Glebe and all of Newtown watch us. I don't think there's anyone in Glebe and Newtown that don't watch us.
No,
Yeah.
it's true.
What else we got? We got
Well,
Couch Potatoes with Eddie.
All right, Eddie.
Yeah.
Couch potatoes.
One person's
That's
very
great
happy.
Telling us what's been happening on television this week
Yep.
and who's mucking up and who's doing good.
Yep.
So that'll be a
Keeping
good
an
one.
eye on what's going down.
Yep, there's Aaron's back with Film Forum.
Oh yes, Aaron.
All right.
Big favourite.
Looking forward to
Big favourite.
Yep. And
Huge favourite.
and the one that's just been has captured my attention every week since I've been here is
What's that, Dave?
the sports show.
Sports show. Michael Wismar, one of the veterans of the show.
Yeah.
We've got we got it all here. We got the week that was with Russ.
All right. Week it was.
We've got Youth in Focus, Dermot and Tanya. We got CD Beats with Justin.
CD Beats.
CD Beats.
All right.
And Zena. Zena's here. She's back. She's back and she's bad. She ain't
All
black,
right.
but that's not too bad.
No,
That's not bad. That's alright.
we got half of it. That's the main thing.
But we got some great stuff.
Yeah, it's a
coming up
huge
right
show.
now.
Absolutely massive show, and like you've got to just stay here for like the next couple of hours and really enjoy it.
That's Dave's advice to you, the viewer at home.
Yeah.
Stay there and like really
You'll learn
enjoy it.
heaps.
And learn heaps. Dave, would you like to throw to our next segment?
Yeah, we've got Sexpression with Joe and Kate talking about the dance and drug scene in Sydney.
Yeah.
Should be pretty
Now you got to
interesting.
G the audience up for this because he's going to give them a big round of
So that's Joe and Kate with Sexpression.
That's the way, Dave. Yeah.
Good evening all. Yes, I'm Joe and this is Sexpression. I guess Sexpression is it's a segment where we talk about youth issues around sexuality. And tonight my guest is the Kate Monroe, Sydney DJ extraordinaire. Hello, Kate.
Hello, darling.
Not only is she a fine DJ, but she keeps goal in my soccer team, and she does a fine job there. Yeah, go Murdy St. Jones. Okay, tonight we're going to be talking about, I guess, the dance scene and sex and drugs. Yeah.
All of the above.
Yeah, okay. What I will say, though, is that Kate and I aren't drug and alcohol experts, but what we're going to do is have a look at this interview and this topic from, I guess, the point of view of a city DJ, which Kate is. So, let's get into it. Alrighty. So, you're a part of the dance scene, you're a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Do people use drugs out there in the club rave dancing?
Well, I think it's fairly obvious that it does happen, yeah. It's probably not as much information as we want out there, but yes, it definitely does happen, yeah.
Okay, and what kind of drugs do you reckon people are using?
Oh, wow. Probably all of them, probably ones that I've never even heard of before, I'd imagine. But, you know, Eckie, acid, speed, smoke, you know, alcohol probably being one of the biggest ones. As long as you have enough money in your pocket after you've got everything else, gotten into the club, etc. But just about anything, I think.
Yeah, okay. So I guess using drugs, people get themselves into all sorts of situations.
All kinds of muck.
What do you see? Like, is there anything you'd like to share with us about what you have seen?
Well, I've seen a lot, because I've done a lot of the really big parties in Sydney, as well as some of like the more underground raves. And for the most part, I think people are pretty intelligent. They try to be as intelligent as they can be, but this past, about 2 or 3 months ago, I had a little moment with a young girl in a toilet who was pretty out of it, and she seemed to have lost her skirt somewhere on the dance floor during the evening, and we were standing in the toilet, and no one was really paying her much mind, and she started to kind of go all a bit shaky in that, and
dressed but without a skirt.
Yeah, she just had these cute little pink underwear on and stuff, so I was a bit worried about it, because she looked like she was about the age of my little sister, and no one was paying any attention to her, and she kind of got really wavy in that, and went to go and fall into a toilet that looked pretty nasty, so I kind of grabbed her and said, you know, come on, knock somebody out of a toilet, and got her in there, and this other woman was a bit worried about her as well. So we got in there, and she was just absolutely splattered. She was completely off her face. She had no idea where she was. She was just laughing and then really going a bit, like, out there, and I was trying to get from her, look, you know, what have you had, what's up, and where's your pants? Basically.
Did she tell you where her skirt was?
She said that she was just so happy and she just wanted more of what she'd had, and she'd been on the middle of the dance floor with some guy, and she threw it into the air.
Wow.
So,
becoming naked on the dance floor.
Yeah, she's getting into that 60s hippie thing or something.
Okay, so I guess, like, did she know where she was? Like, was she okay, or was she in a pretty bad way?
Yeah, she was pretty in a bad way. She didn't really know where she was. She was kind of a bit confused, very disoriented, having a hard time kind of standing up and working herself out. And I was worried about her, because I've seen lots of people in lots of different states, pretty weird states, but she was pretty out there, and I was just worried about her safety. I was worried about I was really worried about where her dress was. Mostly, because being in that state, it was a bit scary. And trying to get information from her was really hard, because she didn't want to tell me what she'd been doing. And she was really scared, but she wanted to kind of go, yeah, I'm all right.
I'm okay.
And, oh, yeah, I want more, roar.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it was scary.
Yeah, I guess with the nature of drug use, like illicit drugs, especially like things that are made up in backyard lab speed, MDA, ecstasy, acid, that kind of stuff, because some of the substances that they put into the drugs are illegal and hard to get hold of, they often substitute them with things that you're not really sure what kind of chemical makeup they are. And having a drug on different occasions may bring about a different effect. And I guess that would affect people's decision making in how, you know, they negotiate. Maybe if they do meet someone on the dance floor that they do like, how they do negotiate keeping their pants on, or even then going to have if it does develop into sex stuff, then, you know, having safe sex. Do you think people's judgments are sort of changed by being out of it?
Oh, I think judgments are amazingly changed by, you know, drugs. I mean, I think that's why people take drugs, is to have their things changed. But, you know, it's important, I think, to just kind of try and keep some grasp on reality, or make sure you're with friends that can do that for you.
That's a really good point you've brought up there, Kate, because I think it's really important that if you go out with your mates and you do meet someone that you're getting along with, it's really important to sort of try and bring that person in to where you are with your mates, so that you're with people who you know and who can look after you. I guess that's really important, so that if you do get into trouble, that you've got someone that you can rely on. And it's really good when you're going out, and perhaps if you are using drugs, to make meeting points, because if you do get sort of pushed aside, or perhaps you go off with someone and you don't like have meeting spots, then you might lose them for the whole night. And I think that's when we talked earlier, you said that this young person didn't know where her friends were, or couldn't remember where the meeting spot was.
Yeah, well, she didn't have a meeting spot. She didn't know where anybody was, and she was sick, and yeah.
I guess it's that thing of, you know, being out of it doesn't automatically or necessarily mean that you're having a good time, because with as I said, with drugs you can get different effects. But I guess if you do choose to use drugs, and it is, you know, your choice, it's a risk-taking behaviour, and it's important that if you don't know much about the drugs that you are taking, there's a number that I have for you, so grab a pen. This is for the Alcohol and Drug Information Service. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And for Sydney people, you can ring 9361 2111. So that's 9361 2111. And for toll free, if you're living out of Sydney, give them a call on 1800 422 599, and you can ask them any information about what perhaps are the effects of, you know, dropping an E. And I guess also because of the nature of illicit drugs, and you don't know what you're getting, you know, don't just whack the whole lot in. Be sensible. Like, you know, some people say that a quarter of a trip can keep them going all night, but if you drop a whole, you could, you know, a whole trip, you could find yourself in trouble. So it's about being sensible, assessing your, I guess, the risks that you are taking when you're using drugs, and recognising that you don't really make informed decisions, or perhaps your senses are altered by using these types of drugs. Yes, always a good idea to be prepared. Stick some condoms and lube in your bag, or your pocket, or your wallet. You know, you might not be intending to go out there being sexual, but if you're not going to be sexual and you've got them and someone taps you on the shoulder, you know, what can you do? Pass them on?
Jump in.
Jump in. Okay. I guess I also wanted to draw attention to the fact that, you know, with this new legislation with the police, they can search you at any time with reasonable suspicion. Now, they can search you for drugs, and they don't have to actually state that they are searching you for drugs, but they can do that. They can walk up to you on the street and do that. And I guess this also falls into the, you know, searching you young people for knives, because the legislation has been passed that you're not to carry knives in public places. There's a few things that you guys out there should know. One, if a police person does approach you, then you can ask for their name and which station they're from, because that's really important that they identify who they are. Okay. Second, if they are going to be searching you for drugs, they don't have to say, but for knives, they have to state that they're searching you for knives. And it's really important to then follow up with reporting this incident, because, you know, this latest report said that out of 71 searches, they found 70 knives. But obviously they're not reporting the ones that they weren't successful in finding weapons on. So, you know, it's given young people a bad name, I think, Kate.
Reckon? Young people just don't deserve it.
Yes.
At all.
I don't think so either. Okay, so if you need some drug information, the Alcohol and Drug Information Service on the numbers that I gave you. And I guess, Kate, what would you like to finish up with saying around drug use and sexual behaviour? Is there any key messages that you'd like to pass on?
Well, it's really fun going out dancing and doing everything that you want to do, and I think the best thing you can do is just get informed, get your information, and stick with your mates and have a good time. But take care of yourself, and if you're going to get it on, put it on, I think.
Great message. I'm not going any further. Thank you and good night.
Thank you very much. Let's get it on! Thank you, Joe and Kate with Sexpression. I'm here to tell you a little bit about us, WCYR. I believe it's, I think, our 251st show here tonight, something along that, a bit of a milestone, maybe a round of applause. Oh, we have a little bit there. Oh. Thank you. And what we are is we are a youth variety show, as I like to call us, put together by youth, for the youth. And if you'd like to get involved, you can do so by, we give you all the addresses and stuff at the end of the show, but I'll give you a phone number right now. You can give us a call on 9698-2968. If you're interested in doing some sort of, you might want to do some crew work, or you want to get involved with presenting, or basically you have a little interest in television or anything like that, you can just come in and have a look, be an audience member, or just sign up and be a regular on the show, or whatever you want to bloody well do, you can come in and do it. What else was I going to talk about there? Not much more than that, actually. Not much more than that. But please do come in, check it out first, and just come in and have a good time. And anything you want to, any suggestions you may have, a segment you think we may need. We think we may have all the bases covered, but obviously we probably don't. But if you have some idea, anyway, I've had enough. I've been waffling on now for too bloody long. Too long. I love doing links. Anyway, coming up next, CD Beats, the return of Zena, the warrior princess. She's back after an absence of a couple of months. She's back, and she's sitting with Justin, and here they are with CD Beats. Thank you.
And keep that round of applause going for Zena, who is back to
popular demand.
Yeah, popular demand with CD Beats. And CD Beats is back in. The missing segment has now been joined to the mould. So,
Justin, I love your new look. It's very Manchester type.
Oh, really?
English, yes. Kind of reminds me of the scene with electronic music.
Electronic music?
Yeah.
Funny you should
I should mention that, because tonight I'm doing Gary Newman. Ta-da! Now I've only got a tape because of the dollar and everything like that. I just simply can't afford, I cannot afford, Justin,
to
buy
purchase
vinyl, because
bloody
it's
vinyl.
so expensive,
It's
and
a
gone
joke.
up in price. It's ridiculous.
Has, because people like it now for some reason.
Well, and it's also got to do because imported.
Imported.
Yes, and we just don't seem to be making vinyl here. Why?
I don't know. We're making the raw produce, but we're not actually stamping.
Exactly.
Yes.
So anyway, well, lately I've just been going back. Well, I always have been going back to the 80s music. I don't know why I always say that. Isn't that true? But let's get on. Right now you're listening to We Take Mystery to Bed. That's very interesting. And what you're listening to is I Assassin, a 1982 tape that I got for $1 from an op shop. You can't go wrong. But I'm not too pleased with this album.
Ooh. Warum nicht?
Well, I particularly like one song. Okay, now, Gary Newman, formerly known as Gary Webb, was actually in a post-punk band in '79, which was called Two-Way Army. And he actually had 2 hits, which was called That's Not It and Bombers. Now, okay, now people say that Gary Newman, Justin, is the godfather of techno. Do you agree?
No.
Well, some say, and I kind of believe that it is true. Now, what happened, what changed this Gary Webb into Gary Newman, the godfather of electronic music, was when they went with the Two-Way punk band into the studio to do an LP. That's when he first discovered a synthesizer.
What's an LP?
Just before you get an EP.
Long play.
Yeah. Anyway, Justin.
No, I was just wondering. I'm just
point,
guessing. EP, extended play. Sorry, go on.
The whole thing is, pointing to camera, is this is like, some say is a mark in music history, because this is when Gary Newman put down his guitar, left being another punk on the street, and took up electronic music. Stop it, Justin. Okay, just a little cartoon character. Looking at notes, we see that, okay, what happened was the rest of the band left because he changed from punk into electronic music. And they hated it because they were like teenage angst kind of thing. But anyway, what happened was that he moved on into electronic music, and until he made the album Pleasure Principle with, I'm sure a lot of you might know, the top #1 song Cars. In the UK it only went to 9, and
That's
actually
good.
in the UK, in the USA, sorry, they declined with Gary Newman. It was taking off all over the world, but I think because they were still with the tendency of the stereotype of rock and roll music with guitar, bass, and drums. What you're seeing now in today, Justin, now you're seeing that it's declining. Rock and roll is declining.
Well,
no longer are you seeing
rock and roll maybe.
No longer, but no longer are you seeing just guitar, bass, and a drum player. Now you're seeing all this variety of electronic music, computer-generated music, funk bands, people using decks or scratching in music.
But don't you think it's going to revert back eventually too? I mean, it's just one vicious cycle. Well, I guess it has,
because this happened 30 years ago and it's happening now.
It's like global warming.
Again, but how far will it go? Anyway, like the album that you can hear, and it's self-explanatory whether you like it or not. But I think if you're going to get into electronic music, you should always look back for like Ultravox and all that kind of music.
Yeah, that's right. Ultravox, Kraftwerk.
I highly recommend Pleasure Principle. Justin.
Brilliant.
Okay,
last week I was talking a little bit about the soul mining, and I mentioned that I was going to be looking at the Mind Bomb this week. Well, I haven't got time this week, so I might mention it next week. But on electronic music, Matthew Johnson also started out with just by himself with drum machines, 808s, 909s, and small keyboards and all the rest of it. And eventually he picked up the classical drums, bass, and guitar. So yeah, there's sort of a reverse electronic age reversal symposium there of angst.
Yeah.
Teenage angst, and that's what I like. So, yeah.
Well, I see electronic
music.
Review. A lot of electronic music nowadays as a kind of 90s punk music as teenagers.
90s punk, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true, actually. Yeah, all that dwarf.
So what song were they listening to of the?
What song? Oh yeah. Okay, we got the first track there.
What a dumb name.
What
Yeah,
the describes. I mean, originally you had in the 60s you had the Beatles, and the British were the first to actually use.
Well, then actually it's a brilliant name.
So it's a brilliant. It's trying to describe the general classic British band, the. So the Mind Bomb, good album. You're listening to track #1, which is Good Morning Beautiful. There are a couple of good tracks. Armageddon Days, Here Again, and The Beaten Generation, which also hit number 12.
And is this a recent album?
No, 1989. The album was released in May 1989. I'll just check that. So, whatever. Yeah, May 1989. It's a decent album, but again, Soul Mining is far superior. Soul Mining is the album, or Infected.
And also, I'd just like to say that Gary Newman does have a new album that came out this year, and it's absolute shit.
Shite.
Yeah, it's really dumb industrial music. But however, next fortnight I'll be talking about heavy metal.
Fantastic.
And how it influenced young teenagers.
Bloody marvellous. All right, now, just very quickly, tomorrow night, Pirate Transmissions at the old Resurrection Club, which is called something else now, I don't know, on Cleveland Street. It's going to be a brilliant old school techno doof party, so come along, $10. Tomorrow night, 10 o'clock. Marty B, Ding, Otto, Black, Spore, Nombosi Posse, Organic-y, blah, 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 blah. Come along. And yeah, this has been CD Beats again with Zena. And next week we will be back.
And I can't read the sign.
Oh, that's beautiful. And next week we'll be looking at a bit of two-pack. Is that right?
Two-pack.
Yeah, two-pack. All right.
Two-pack.
Yeah, two-pack. All right. Yo, okay, here we go. Thank you very much to CD Beats.
Bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, CD Beats. Yes, the legend lives on. They are back. They were under enormous pressure to live up to that legend, but like the true midwives that they are, they delivered. It's now time for Budget Budgies. all my life, the issue of saving money has been very important. I must thank my mother for all of this. She was one who always told me that her pay packet of whatever it was so she could do so little with it. She had to take great care of it. But at the same time, she always tried convincing me that my $5 pocket money was a hell of a lot of money and I could do so much with it. So yeah, I could do a lot with my $5, but she could do nothing with her several hundred every week. I didn't understand it. In fact, only a mother could develop that sort of logic. So if you want your, so if you want $5 to be worth a lot of money, maybe you should just become a mother. But that's not a good way to save money, so discard that idea. There was something else that my mother told me was when I complained about what I didn't have any of this, didn't have any of that, didn't have any of anything else. She told me I did. I had 0 of it, and I could have 0 of anything I wanted because 0 is a quantity that you can have. So maybe that's what you need to be able to save money. You need the good old 0. So when you complain about not having a quantity of stereos, cars, food, anything else that you think you need, anything else that you want, anything else you desire, all you need is one of these wonderful zeros and you can have a quantity of anything you bloody well like. So if you'd like a 0 personally autographed by me, give us a call on 9698 2968 or wow tax moo if you prefer to spell words with your phone numbers, and we'll send a 0 right out to you. We've got more coming up tonight. We've got stuff. The show is stuffed with stuff, as I always say. Aaron's going to be taking us into his film forum. You'll be taking on a guide tour of the world of TV with me and Couch Potatoes. We've got a segment with a Michael, that's Take 5. We've got another segment with a Michael, that's the sports show. We've got a segment with another Michael. Coming up right now, it is Silly Seconds.
What about Jonno? What about Jonno?
What about Jonno?
What about Jonno though? Come on, it's me, man. Come on, man.
Silly seconds.
Jump. Oh, sorry.
Okay,
Good
silly
boys.
seconds.
We don't do that.
Another
silly
week.
seconds. Another week. Another tragedy.
Michael.
Another Michael.
Jonno.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, it's been one of those weeks. How's your week been, alright?
My week was alright until last night when we went out and got a little slightly intoxed.
Who? I don't know who you're talking about. Anyway,
Hey.
what jokes have you got for us, mate?
Well, actually, I don't have any.
There's been none sent in, so come
Nobody's
on, whack
sending
it up.
Joke.
You want to, you know,
So
want
we got
someone to
sent
ring
one
up
that
and
I
send
can't
us a
remember it.
joke?
Yeah. Right.
Terrible.
Yeah.
You
You
got
got
a
one. You got one, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this joke, right? Everyone's got to finish off the last bit.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to finish it off yourself. What's the difference between a counterfeit note and a very thin prostitute? One's a phony buck, and the other is. I'll let you finish that. Alright. Another one.
Finish this one off. Okay. What's the difference between a goldfish and a mountain goat? One mucks around the fountain. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Enough of that. Okay. Top 10 for this week, as we do every week.
We're gonna be shocked.
Yeah. Top 10 questions that the public would like to ask Mrs. Pauline Hanson. Right.
Who needs them? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got 10 of them because it's top 10. Top 10. And yeah, number 10. Number 10. The first.
Just get on with it.
Righto. Number 10. Do you own a Panasonic?
To Mrs. Pauline Hanson.
Do you own a
Top 10
Panasonic?
questions we'd like to ask Pauline Hanson, or the public.
These are the public. We didn't write these.
Okay, number 9. Does the president of the KKK have a husky voice on the phone?
Yes. He does.
Probably.
Yeah. They did that one. Didn't work. Is there
That
a
one
history?
worked.
Worked a lot. Is there a history of mental illness in your family?
Number 7.
That was number 8.
If not, are you sure?
Number 6. Does your fish and chip shop sell dim sum?
Number 5. Do you prefer Cocoa Pops or cornflakes? Either way, no one cares. No one listens to you anyway.
Hey. Number 4. We're up to 4. Is it true you were formerly known as Paul Hanson from Tasmania?
Yeah. Ooh,
That one hurts.
It's gotta hurt.
Okay, number 3.
Number 3.
How much did you pay to be put into the top 100?
And come last.
And even so, you still came last.
Top 100, yeah, okay. Is your mother in any way related to your father? Is she?
Number 1.
The number 1 question
we'd like to ask Pauline Hanson and the public and us. And
all of us. We're
number
all
1,
asking her
right?
anyway. Number 1 is...
Aren't you a bloody immigrant anyway?
Alright.
Okay.
Right. And we're sick of sitting there and knocking our heads together, trying to get these
jokes,
top
man.
10s and these jokes. So
We
you
want
people
more
out there,
jokes, man.
send them to us. We got an email address for you computer nerds that don't know how to write. We've got WCYR @ that's the funny little A. It's grown a tail somehow. Aussie Mall AUSIMAL.com.au. There's no dot after the AU.
W.
Yeah, and we got an address for you people that aren't computer nerds and do know how to use a pen, and that's box BO1. That's B for Bob, BO, bad body odors. BO1, McKell Building, 55 Walker Street, Redfern, and the postcode so the postman can find us, 2016. And if you can't write and you can't read and computers aren't your thing, then use the phone. And you're probably a Pauline Hanson supporter. Ring us up, 9698 29... Stick it. 9698 2968. Ring us up, give us your joke so that we don't have to sit here and look like fools every week.
Aren't you an immigrant anyway?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's to you, Miss Hanson.
All right. That's it.
That's it, man. We'd just like to say
thank you very much. Silly seconds.
And stay tuned. It's a big show, as Lewis would tell us, and see you later.
Yeah. See you next week.
Oh, artistic camera work from a man, Samo. Well, that was the boys with Silly Seconds. Give them a round of applause. Okay, enough of an applause. What I'm here to do is to get you to give us a call and let us know what you think of the show. So, what you have to do in order to let us know what you think of the show is, first of all, you have to pick up the phone. The phone is either a white-looking object, or if you have an older-looking object, it should be probably cream, and you either have to touch the buttons or you have to turn a little dial. Now, the number, which you will either have to touch in or wind in, would be 9698 2968. Now, if you successfully do this, you will be able to get in contact with us, and you then will be able to talk to us about us. Isn't that great? And you'll be able to say, hey, we love the show, and we think Zena is fantastic in CD Boots, and Justin is alright, and Sexpression's a great show, and Doing It with Dave is by far the best. Or you may say, no, I disagree with that completely, and Lewis is a big tosser. Either way, ring us and let us know what you think, and we'll give you prizes. No matter what you say or what you think, we'll give you prizes, because that's the kind of people we are. We just throw prizes around right, left and centre. Okay? So, 9698 2968. 9698 2968. Yeah! A good audience tonight. Okay, give us a call. But now, oh, watch out. It's Dermot. Oh my God, here he is. Dermot, the man with special guest. Dermot.
Good evening and welcome to Youth in Focus. And tonight we are picking up on that political theme which started last week because there was an election announced 2 days after the last show. I know you were still sitting at home wishing that we were back on Sunday when John Howard came on and said there will be an election on the 3rd of October. So picking up with the political theme here at CTV1, we have with us tonight Tanya Plibersek. Is that the correct pronunciation? No, I actually practiced this most of the damn week. I knew I'd get it wrong.
No, but it's very close.
Oh,
it's
right,
very
okay.
close. You're doing all right. It's,
Yeah.
it's Plibersek.
Plibersek.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when you see it written down, it's actually how it's written.
Right.
So when you see it written down, you'll be right.
See, that's the problem with the English language, isn't it? You see something written down, you think that's bound to be wrong.
Yeah, well, it's not the problem with the Slovenian language.
See,
so
there you go.
all 2.5 million people who speak it in the whole world would be able to say Plibersek really easily.
Plibersek. Hopefully by the end of the show we'll have everybody out there at home saying Plibersek,
Chanting
Plibersek,
it. More
Plibersek.
Plibersek,
Oh,
more
that's right.
Plibersek.
That's right.
Good,
Look, see, there we go.
Oh.
Very good, very good. Give Zena a clap. Okay, so we didn't come on to talk about your name.
No.
You are the sitting member in the seat of Sydney.
Well, Peter Baldwin's actually the sitting member,
Right.
but Peter's retiring at the next election.
So you're the standing member.
Yeah, he's had 15 years in the federal parliament, and that's enough for one lifetime,
Yeah.
I think. So he's
So
giving it up.
Where is the seat of Sydney?
We're in it. It goes from Paddington to Balmain, takes in all the CBD, Zetland, Erskineville, Rosebery, Beaconsfield, Newtown, Camperdown, Surrey Hills, Redfern, all this sort of central area.
It's
anyway.
a pretty bloody big seat.
Yeah, it's 83,000 electors, you know, kids under 18 as well, so it's over 100,000 people.
So you're standing with the ALP.
Yeah.
Now, I'm interested to know, the ALP, you're young, you're quite dynamic. An image an image that's usually associated with the Democrats of late. Tell me, what is it about the ALP that has attracted you?
It's interesting that you'd say that the Democrats are sort of a party of youth or whatever, and I think that Natasha Stott-Despoja has done a very good job of promoting the Democrats in that way. But I don't think that they necessarily are the natural party of young people. The reason I joined the Labor Party was because I came from a working class background, and I think the Labor Party believes in social justice and understands the lives of working people.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, if you look at the way the Democrats voted on the industrial relations legislation, it's obvious that they don't understand what real people's lives are like.
Yeah.
And they're fine on a whole heap of issues, but I don't think they really understand what ordinary people face in their day-to-day lives.
Okay. So, in looking at young people's issues, will that be something that you will be pushing during this campaign?
Yeah, but I also think that it's important that, I think it's a little bit patronising when people assume that young people's issues are so much different to everyone else's issues. It's like if you're young, the only thing that you're interested in is youth unemployment. And I don't think that that's true. I think that young people have interests that span a whole lot of social justice areas. I think young people are interested in reconciliation. I think young people are interested in, you know, well, studying, training, the environment, Jabiluka, gay and lesbian rights. I think young people are interested in all sorts of issues, not just the things that you assume.
Yep. Okay. They're impressed. They're impressed. Okay, so given that young people, that you're saying that young people are interested in a whole range of issues, young people that are unemployed, homeless, should they be voting?
Absolutely. I think everyone should vote.
Yeah.
Everyone should vote.
Okay.
And I don't just say that.
Why?
I don't just say that because I want them to vote for me. I think it's really important that I think that people have fought and died for the right to vote. Yeah. And in Australia, we live in a democracy, and it's your democratic responsibility, even if you hate the minor parties, to go there and write on your ballot paper if you have to. I don't mind people being angry or disenchanted or frustrated with politics. I just don't like people being apathetic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there is a bit of a perception that young people are apathetic about politics. Vote. Why? It's not going to make a difference. What would you say to a young person that said that?
Well, I don't think it's true. I think there might be a perception that young people are apathetic, but I don't think it's true.
Right.
Not the young people I know anyway. There are some people who are pissed off, and they're pissed off because they've been let down, but that's different to being apathetic, I reckon.
Okay. So how would how would they go about voting? How do you vote?
Well, you can register from the time you're 17. You can be ready to go on the roll the day you turn 18. But if you're not on the roll already, you have to be on it by Monday to be able to vote in the next election. So you've got to ring the Australian Electoral Commission on Monday, or you go to your post office, you fill in one of these green forms, or you come to my office at 136 Chalmers Street and fill in a form and we'll witness it for you. But you have to do it by Monday or you won't get on the roll.
Right, okay. So that's what the form looks like.
Yes.
You can pick it up at post offices. I know that I've been to a couple of youth centres this week and they've had them out there, so they're obviously...
Look, we've got street stalls on Saturday. We've got street stalls on King Street, in Surrey Hills at Surrey Hills Markets, and one other somewhere else I can't remember. But there'll be Labor Party people out with these forms. There'll be, and if you don't run into one of us on the weekend, then go to your post office on Monday and do it on Monday.
The Electoral Commission number, just if you're sitting there thinking, yep, I'm good with the phone. 132 326. That's the number, okay? 132 236. Okay, you got that? Good. Okay, so...
Short-term memory problems at the back there.
Looking at politicians in the last couple of years, they've seemed to have picked up an issue and they've gone with that as their campaign, I suppose. Is that just the way that I've been seeing things, politically naive, some people would call it? Others might call it politically astute. Obviously not anybody in this studio. But is that true? And if it is, what are the issues that you're going to be pushing during this election campaign?
Well, I think there's a difference between being in the Senate and the House of Representatives.
Okay.
If you're in the Senate, you can be much more single issue. If you're in the House of Representatives, you actually have to represent everyone in your electorate, unless you're Pauline Hanson, and in that case you can pick and choose who you represent.
Yeah.
But you do actually have a responsibility to take up, like I'm a young person and people say, so you'll be taking up youth issues. Well, yes, I will, but I've got a responsibility to look after older people. Like the cuts to aged care have been just disgusting. Cuts to childcare have been disgraceful. It's not an issue that affects me personally. It doesn't mean I won't go out and fight on that issue for the people that I represent. Hope to represent.
Okay, well, no, that's good. Just quickly, before we wrap up, Work for the Dole has come under fire, and so have university fees. If the ALP was to be brought back into power on the 3rd of October, can we expect to see anything different than what we currently have now? Yeah,
we've never supported Work for the Dole. Work for the Dole is blaming people who are unemployed for the situation they find themselves in. It was 10,000 spots that offered no ongoing training, no ongoing employment prospects for people. So it's not a way of getting people back into the workforce. The coalition government cut 117,000 training places. They cut $1.8 billion from Working Nation that was getting long-term unemployed people back to work. They cut the dole for 16 to 18-year-olds. They means tested unemployment benefits for 18 to 20-year-olds. I mean, they have attacked unemployed people and blamed unemployed people for their own situation. The Labor Party won't do that. We're committed to getting people back to work, to giving proper training and education, to making sure that university fees aren't a barrier to university education. We'll get rid of undergraduate upfront. I mean, I could go on, and I'm sure people are getting a bit bored by it, but we would certainly get rid of undergraduate upfront fees and Work for the Dole. We understand that it's not a way of getting people back into the workforce.
Okay. In 15 words, junior wage?
Yeah, there is an Australian Industrial Relations Commission report into it at the moment, and we've been told not to preempt what comes out of the report, but we've never supported wage differentials for work. We understand that some jobs require more skills than others, so you would probably pay a brain surgeon more than a tree surgeon, but those skills don't go with age, they go with experience.
Yep, great. Okay. Anything else that you want to say? Like, why would a young person want to vote for you? Or
look,
why would any
that's
person
actually
wanna
quite
vote for
a
you?
long question. I
It
think
is.
that people have to make a decision in two ways. They have to make a decision about which party they want to vote for,
Yep.
and that's about policy. You have to weigh up the different policies of the party. As far as individuals go, I mean, you know, all I can say is I do my best for people, and that I don't have any illusions about being able to solve every problem that I come up against.
The question
give it the
offset
keys
there
to the
was,
city.
was what would you do for CTV1? And the response has been, give it the keys to the city. Tanya Plibersek, thank you very much for joining us. That's it. That's it for Youth in Focus. But don't forget, we are going to be campaigning here. We are going to be campaigning on this election. We are going to be bringing you people. We are going to be bringing you information that you need to know. So get out there, get enrolled to vote form. Get on the
Liberals
register.
last. Put the Liberals last.
I didn't say anything. I'm neutral. Okay. Take care, guys. See you next week.
Oh, how's the form? How's the form with that, man? That was a pretty interesting young, thing that was going on there. Yeah, mate, going off. Youth in Focus. How's this the bomb? And stay tuned because we've got heaps of stuff coming up as well. Anyway, I'm here telling you what's on, or trying to, and there's loads of stuff like, look, there you go, good look. And it's Poetry Awareness Week. This is Music Fair's sort of like sale of memorabilia, collectibles, records, CDs, bargains, and all rarities and all that sort of stupid stuff. Anyway, I've got other stuff. Look at this, look at this. Do you know who I found out? This is the band, right, that played here. Joseph and someone else. and I know it was a band that played here, man. They were really cool. And like, if you want to get in contact with any of the tour dates, you know, that sort of thing, there's the website details, Anyway, as I said, it's Poetry Awareness Week. I love throwing things around here. It's great. It's Poetry Awareness Week, right? And I believe, are you a poet?
Maybe.
Depends what you call a poet.
What's that?
Depends what you call a poet.
Why? What's a poet, man?
A poet is somebody who writes, I suppose.
I'm aware this week of people who write poetry awareness. Anyway, getting back to it, does sex have a place in politics? Do you think sex has a place in politics? This is a big debate going on, and I don't exactly know where it is, but it costs $125 a pop. So, if you've got it to spare, just go on down, mate. Just make it. Sure, mate. Come around my house. We'll have a big, yeah. Anyway, there's going to be loads of people, and they're debating it, and all sorts of stuff, and it's cool, man. Like, it's all good, man. It's all good, man. And anyway, this is Bob Dylan last night was in his bedroom, and anyway, do me a poem, will ya? Just do one. Go on, do a poem. Bet you can't. I bet you can't.
Cool.
Not to keep. Not to keep. We go.
No worries. Having a beer down the local pub in shorts and thongs like total grubs. Shooting pool and having a ball. Little did we realise we were about to fall. Her beauty walked in before she did. Then Johnny screamed loud, "I want your kid!" You could tell she heard 'cause she turned around, looking at Johnny with a dirty big frown. Then Johnny jumped up looking real keen and said to the barmaid, "2 triples of bean."
"2 please."
He sculled one and passed her a glass, moving his hand towards her ass. She slapped him about as quick as you could blink, turned round, smiled, then said, "Thanks for the drink."
Oh, yeah. Alright, how was that? Poetry awareness, how's that? If you're not aware of poetry, you are now. Anyway, there's heaps of stuff coming up. The week that was, yeah? They're around. So, yeah, loads of other people like, who? Come on. The sports show, doing it with Dave, man. He the man. He the man. And the sports show with Mick and Wisma. Everybody at Wisma? Is it Wisma? Yeah, see, I'm right, mate. They're the man. Look, over there, look. The man. on the run sheets. Oh, look at run sheets. Oh, right. There's Aaron with the Film Forum. There's couch pots. There's loads of little bits in between that we're not supposed to tell anybody about, but we really are, like, telling you now. Anyway, bye. Have a good one.
Hey, Jonno. Nice work there from Jonno.
It was great work.
It was, yeah.
We got
Hey, this is Doing It with Dave. Yeah, I got a microphone on here, just talking to this one. Okay. We're here with Dave. We're doing it. And today, Dave, what are we doing?
Well, we're going to be making some hummus. How do you say hummus?
Hummus.
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 And yeah, I used to make hummus a few years ago, but I haven't tried making it recently. But it's perfect because it's, you know, it can be used as filling in anything. You can have it in sandwiches. You can have it in your falafel roll. You can have it as
in your doner kebab.
Yeah, as a dip at a function, or you know, it's got plenty of uses. And only takes a couple of minutes to make, and is really cheap because it's just basically chickpeas.
What more could you want?
Yeah, and so
what
we're
we got?
What we're going to do
ingredients
today is just show how easy it is to make some hummus. I'm going to use your microphone. Can I use Lewis?
Get your own, Dave.
It doesn't reach me.
It doesn't reach me.
Okay.
So we're making hummus here in the studio, the only live to air vegan cooking show in the world. Massive cult following throughout all of Newtown and Glebe, not to mention out west.
Out west, it's huge.
Is it?
Yeah.
There
So
you go.
what we've got is chickpeas.
Chickpeas.
Now we get your can opener. If you can open that can of tahini.
This one?
That
tahini.
Glass of tahini.
Where are we?
And you've got to drain your chickpeas. So, oops, so you used the wrong thing to drain my chickpeas. I want to use that, you see. And put your chickpeas in your blender.
Oh, good one, Dave.
Oh, no. I'm going to get in trouble.
Where did you get your accreditation from again?
Don't worry, we'll clean it up.
From the school of...
The vegan school of...
Culinary Classics.
Oh, okay.
And so what you've got to make sure to drain your chickpeas. You should actually give them a rinse as well if you...
And what are they, just in water or what are they in?
They're just in, yeah, I think it's just water. But the best way to do it, is to buy the hard chickpeas, just like raw chickpeas, and soak them overnight yourself because they're a lot cheaper that way. But
so how much did you pay for these 2 cans of chickpeas?
They're about $1 a can. But like if you get
Budget.
yeah, pretty no, edgel.
Budget. No, they're not budget. They're edgel.
And
great
you
quality.
A bit of tahini.
Tahini.
Just an amount.
Just an
no
amount.
Big deal. And
so, for you, the
very important is your lemon.
The vegan man himself, you don't need to worry about measurements. But for the viewers at home, how much tahini roughly? 2 cans we've got of chickpeas.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
That's what I go with. Yeah, say half a. It's up to your own taste because some people like the sesame taste more than they like the chickpea taste. But there's so many variations of hummus that it's really up to you. The thing using tahini, you could use anything. You could use peanut butter. You can use hazelnut spread. You can use just raw sesame seeds that aren't hulled and brewed like these ones.
So where do you get tahini? Is that pretty much available in any supermarket, or
it's about $2.80 for a jar like that.
And this is 385G.
Yeah, and it's excellent. I mean, you can have tahini by itself.
So are we worrying about pips at this point, Dave, or?
No, the pips will just get all blended up anyway.
Okie dokie.
Now, I think we've got... I was going to put some garlic in there, but we'll get garlicky fingers.
Oh, you got to have garlic in there.
Yeah, okay. We'll put a couple of pieces of garlic in. So if you can crush your garlic, it makes it a lot easier, because otherwise it'll just bounce around in your blender and you won't get the full flavour of your garlic. So can you see, Dermy? Oh, you can too.
So we're chopping garlic here and doing it with Dave.
And I'd give it a good crush.
Oh,
like that.
that's a trick of the trade, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, you don't get that on any old
No,
cooking show.
they don't teach you that just any old vegan cooking show, do they?
No.
No.
And so there we go.
That's the time-honoured garlic crushing technique passed down from generation to generation of vegan.
So you should put in lots of garlic because garlic's the kind of the ingredient that gives it a bit of kick.
Bit of bite.
You can put in chili sauce. You can put in paprika. You can put in chili powder, cayenne pepper, anything. But I choose my little kind of a bit of flair to the hummus. Is some black olives, which
they're pipless.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
pipless black olives.
You wouldn't normally be using black olives, but I reckon it's just like that's the way to do it. And it also, the thing is, because you can use like olive oil, but instead of using olive oil,
are you just meant
you
to
can
like
just use
let all
olives.
that oil just go into it as well? Or?
Yeah, well I reckon because you're supposed to use a lot of olive oil, but if you just use the oil from the olives and a few olives, then
I see. It works for me.
Then it gives it a bit more, you know.
Sure, yeah.
Now,
why buy oil when it comes
exactly.
in with
So
olives?
you'll have to talk into your little microphone because it's
Okay,
quite
Dave.
noisy.
I'm talking into the little
Now
microphone.
see how simple this is. It only takes a couple of minutes. You're getting your little carrot sticks prepared while you're waiting.
I'm with you.
Or
you get carving off a bit of beef off one of the doner kebab pegs and laying it out on some Lebanese bread with some tabbouleh.
Yeah.
And then just like putting all that meat there, just getting ready to lay on the hummus on top,
Yeah.
the hummus.
Now, if someone could grab the packet of Doritos or CCs that are
Doritos.
over by the TV there.
And these are vegan approved Doritos, are they?
Vegan
or?
approved Doritos.
Vegan approved Doritos.
Oh no, CCs. Actually, I hope no one from CCs is watching, but
If you are watching, we want money, we want sponsorship.
But no, original CCs actually have like antioxidants and preservatives in them, but original Doritos don't. So go the Doritos over the CCs.
Okay.
But there weren't any Doritos where I was at today. So we are just about ready.
So how long does it take to whip this up?
Well, I'd say we're just about ready to go. Simple as that. Get that off there. See, if you leave it a bit longer, then it's going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot smoother, and you'll probably have, you know, a lot.
Okay, so
a lot more comments on how nice it is.
If we had a bit more time, we'd whip it up a bit longer.
Yeah, we would. But since we haven't, I'll just put some of this in our little serving bowl. Now we got. I just want to show you that this is how long did this take? Like how many minutes?
It haven't got any flavour. Man, you vegans have got it bad.
Look at that! Look at that! Could you want for
pizza?
Could you want for anything
Pizza
more?
Doritos.
Where? Okay, here we go. Could you want for anything more at a party?
Oh, I like the little garnish
Than
on
that.
top of the black olives.
Look at that! It's just it looks
Do they get,
just
do
so
they get
delicious. Now
let's put it on a chip.
Get your
See how it
chip
looks
in
on
there.
Okay, there you go, Dave.
Oh, that's good. That's pretty good. I think it needs a little bit of salt, maybe some pepper. It's a wee bit bland.
You call that hummus?
Yeah, it's a try anyway, I don't know. It's an attempt at hummus. I'm sure someone will like it.
It's alright. Yeah, actually it grows on you, I guess.
Cool.
When you're really hungry like me, like I starved myself for 3 days so I can eat Dave's stuff.
Well, I appreciate that you've even dipped your chip. That's huge. But yeah, so I don't know. After this, we've got like this pre-recorded thing that I went down and visited some. I don't know. It's introduced by my flatmate Anna.
What's it all about?
When it comes on, it's just about a little slice of veganism.
A slice of veganism.
Yeah.
So we're in Glebe, of course. So.
Yep, it's just.
How did I know that?
Yeah, there's I go and visit a cafe and I talk to a vegan musician.
A vegan musician.
Yeah. And so
See,
yeah,
he'd be a riot, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he's
a vegan musician.
He is a bit of a laugh.
A real wild child,
yeah,
that one.
A Lebanese vegan musician.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's where you got the recipe for the hummus.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, I suppose maybe that's kind of part of the theme, yeah.
Yeah, the Lebanese theme.
Yeah.
Would you like to put some poetry into the hummus making process? And I'm doing it with Dave. Seeing as we like to integrate as many factors as possible.
Votes are red, what is it? Roses are red, votes blue. I like hummus, and so do you.
All right, Dave. Shall we call that? We'll call that a show for a week, eh? Next week. Have we got any ideas for next week?
I think we'll keep it under a hat, but I think I was.
That's
thinking,
another way of saying we're totally unprepared.
Yeah, but I was thinking a vegan vegetable pie. Like, yeah, making something. I mean, I don't know, kind of grasping onto a little bit of winter.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been pretty sunny lately. Yeah.
Yeah. But
so maybe we should make something a bit springy.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so maybe just sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
I'm not sure.
Riveting stuff, Dave.
You'll have to.
You'll have to stay tuned for that one.
Yeah, stay tuned, and I'm sure
you'll be impressed. Sandwiches with Dave.
Okay. Vegan sandwiches.
Vegan sandwiches.
But yeah, here's this pre-recorded thing, which could be interesting.
All right, let's check it out.
Okay.
Dave's pre-recorded thingo with vegans in glebe.
Thanks for trying that, Lewis.
No worries, mate.
My flatmate Dave went to talk to some vegans on Glebe Point Road.
To be huge.
Organic dairy flour. Dave here, I'm with Jeremy, who's actually in a vegan. Is it a vegan Christian band or
it's a vegan Christian?
One just like
the band's Chickpea. Between the meat eaters, I should say, the traditionalists, it's knocking it around. I mean, we were up on stage promoting, you know, good health and fun.
I heard reports that at a recent gig you're actually sautéing eggplant at like your intermission.
We always have. We gave up the traditional roadie crew for a eggplant sauteur.
I heard like one of your singles off your debut album was.
This is our bass player, Russell Sprout. He's just on the phone.
All right.
How are you going, man? Healthy, happy, and living and sprouting? Yeah. Musicians have been neglecting their diet.
Right.
I mean, the amount of it's not so much nowadays, you know, strained vocal cords, but it's an unhealthy gallbladder that's sending musicians off the stage. And if you're not looking after your gallbladder, well, there's no hope for a musical future. So I've just got to pop in here and get a pair. Actually, my kidneys just crying out for.
All right, we're following Jeremy from Chickpea into his local favourite fruit shop. See what.
Let me show you
what it actually takes to be a musician.
Tell a good pair.
Okay.
3 days ago, this was your. Oh, it's nothing like a bit of fruit, is there?
And if you really want to enjoy something, I would suggest this one.
These ones better stay.
Some more vegan food.
Are they good for the gallbladder?
They're good for anything.
How do you tell? How do you tell which is the
They're all nice and ripe, actually. This is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You bite onto this. If you don't like it, I'll take it back and eat it.
Take it back and eat it.
You pay for it.
But you pay for it.
No. If you don't like it, you don't have to pay for it. Yeah. But if you like it, you pay for it.
Fair enough.
I like it. My dad eats these, man.
Have a bite. Come on, have a bite.
Have a bite. Here we go.
Have a bite.
This is the pear taste test.
You're gonna love that. Ooh, yum. Did you ever charge him for all this? No, look at this. Look at this. You better get it. You better get it. Get it.
Look at that juice.
It's getting a bit hard now, mate. It's getting a bit hard. You're losing from the other side.
That's amazing.
Isn't that something? Believe me.
That's amazing.
That's lovely.
Wow, what a hard life.
Munroe.
All right. Well, congratulations, Jeremy. Thanks for showing us how to, maintain health and be a musician.
All in one go. Thanks, Samuel.
Okay. Right. We're on Glebe Point Road. About to visit a new Tea Rooms Healing Centre. Which is right in here. Check that out. Beautiful little place. Corner of a beautiful street. And Cameron and Kathleen. So, Cameron, hi. Kathleen, hi. So you're the new proprietors of the Tea Rooms and Healing Centre, I believe?
Yep.
Excellent. So what's making you go on this crazy mission of opening a business?
Go for it.
Everything that we believe, to be in integrity with that, and to create it for other people.
It's impossible to be a productive force for change in society without stepping into one of two worlds. You have to either step into the economic, the egg or the womb. You know, we're gestating inside this. Our ideas are gestating inside this, and when those doors open on Friday, we give birth to something. You know, this will be a new entity is being formed that's going to start walking the streets of Doin, walk the streets of Sydney and Australia, and hopefully wind up walking the streets of the world. It isn't to do with us.
Yeah.
You know, that's really what it comes down to, is that although we're expressing ourselves through what we're doing, this business is...
Things in your life, whether it be like choices of diet or choices of healing, that has made you want to like spread that word, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, everybody is exposed to those things. It's just a matter of how much they choose to see them or hear them or react to them. A lot of people walk around with their eyes closed and they only pick up the messages that we have a vegan cuisine here, because that's a result of our own personal maturation and development.
Right.
It was going to be vegetarian.
Right.
It was going to be vegetarian 6 months ago when we started planning it.
Yeah.
But it's not now.
Biodynamic milk.
And organic cheeses,
Wow.
and things like that. But we've just sort of taken the next step and said, well,
We
the
don't
dairy
just want
industry is...
We don't just want to be rich, we don't just want to fill the gap, we want to express what's real next door.
It's impossible to be responsible and feed people dairy. It's impossible to be responsible and feed people dairy products. You know?
Yeah.
It's like to provide dairy products through our business would be destructive to the environment and destructive to the individual. And we know that, so there's no way we can be in integrity and do that. So as we continue to evolve, this will continue.
Cashew milk?
One or something. You know,
But we
like
do serve milk too. Cashew milk?
Seen.
Vegan cat.
Seen.
Vegan cat.
Anything as comprehensive as this.
Right.
It's been to a lot of places around Australia, and,
Yeah.
and it's people have a tendency to focus on one thing, which is great.
Yeah.
You can focus on a particular aspect of expression.
But you haven't seen that somewhere as extensive as what Om is prepared to do.
No.
Right.
Because I think that it can be a fairly frightening thing to commit yourself to expressing your beliefs truly. And to do that on a personal level is one thing. To do it on a professional level, if that means we do everything, we have to declare ourselves bankrupt, well, that's just what's going to have to happen.
That's not about renunciation, it's about...
And alternative therapies and personal development is definitely the fastest growing industry. Anything and everything. Really.
Right.
I have a good feel for who is genuine about what they're doing and who's on a bandwagon. And I mean, we've got people from both naturopaths, homeopaths, remedial therapists, acupuncturists, shiatsu practitioners, yoga teachers, people do hypnosis, rebirthing, angel reading, tarot reading, palm reading, psychic artists, dance instructors who do one-on-one dance, movement workshops, sand play, Jungian analysis, astrology, you know, like, you know.
We'll also have tarot reading and certain palm reading.
There's a difference between having like a 15-minute tarot reading over a cup of coffee in the corner of a cafe and having an hour consultation with somebody who works with Kabbalah and who actually really understands the mystical basis of the Western.
And then
tens of thousands of books accessible to everybody. You pay $10 a month to access the library. Put all those books in a database, so let's say that you read 30 books, we put those 30 books in the database and we know those books belong to you reference.
Right.
And if you ever decide you want to leave the state but you want your books back, you want one of your books back to keep, then you just really start to say, hey look, I want to take my books.
Oh, Cameron, Kathleen, thank you very much. I hope your business starts off very well and Can you just say a final statement of what you want Om to be?
You want Om to be huge. You want Om to be huge.
Customers. Evolution. That's all it'll be.
Open as of Saturday the 28th.
Saturday the 28th. Yeah.
Okay.
Revolution of evolution.
92 Glee Point Road.
92 Glee Point Road, and check out the view. It's beautiful. Trees and everything. Large windows. Again, is it a vegan Christian band or
it's a vegan Christian?
Or just like a vegan?
Vegan. Well, Zen, it has a Zen foundation.
Okay, well here's Jeremy. So, Jeremy.
Yeah, our name in the band's Chickpea.
Right. How long?
Musicians have been neglecting their diet.
Hey, we're back. Woo! I was doing it with Dave in Glee cafes and all that sort of stuff all around the place, and we're back, and this is the second half. We're starting off, and part two, the saga continues. Dave is making his way. Dave, great video.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to to Kathleen and was it Kathleen and Cameron?
You did the interview.
Cameron and Kathleen, who were interviewed on from Om Cafe. They were really nice and really helpful, and also Jeremy, who was the musician in Chickpea, the vegan musician that he is, and also I had a poem here that was about
Dave.
the
Soak up everything you got, mate.
Yeah, about the hummus, which actually Eddie wrote for us.
Eddie.
Yeah, he was a bit annoyed. Eddie from that's Eddie from Couch Potatoes.
Right.
Wrote, yeah, tonight we have made up some hummus, a wonderful gift to you from us, or from us.
Get the accent, mate.
It is so great, the best thing I ate. I'd love to take some home to Thomas. And yeah, by the way, Thomas is Eddie's pet snail.
Oh, well, that was a nice story, wasn't it, from Eddie? For Poetry Week, big round of applause for Eddie.
It's our first piece of poetry for Poetry Week, rather than just those slack violets ones.
And we've covered it all. We've got the Lebanese theme happening. We've got the poetry theme going on. I think we've covered all the bases. We've got the audience. They're all riled up, ready to rock and roll. Yeah. And they're all ready for the second half of the show. So, Dave, I think we shouldn't waste any more time in throwing over to
Russ and Aaron.
With
the movie bit.
With the movie bit.
The week that
was. Russ and Aaron, give them a big round of applause. Oh, it's a tape. Hey, we're just working them up. We knew there was going to be a tape. We're just working them up, seeing how the audience response is, and I think it's good. Would you agree?
Excellent response.
Excellent response. So now, teaser. Yeah. Let's throw to the tape. Is that all right with you, Dave?
much. Thank you very much. Please, please. It's a very serious part of the program now, and we very professional when we dig deep into the issues of the week.
That's
and
right.
We actually take. Well, anyway, we won't go into that because we don't have a lot of time tonight. But Erin, busy night. Last night we were at the Father of the Year ceremony,
Fantastic.
and a good friend of ours actually
We were
took out the
nominated.
award.
We don't know who our kids are, but there's lots of them out there. Such an old joke.
It is. But who actually won? For those of you that don't already know, who actually took out the award?
Now, this is true. It was actually Kamal.
I'm not talking.
It's true. He's a great dad. He has that kid Rani, that pop singer.
Thank you very much. Okay. Anyway.
He beat out Ernie Sigley and various other big names.
Greg Evans. Greg Evans got the bronze medal for
Rob
Father
Bruff
of the Year.
was
Very
nominated.
happy to see that. All the game
Fantastic.
show hosts were there. Anyway, we've got some massive stories to bring you. Amongst
smokers.
Well, one of my favourites was actually brought us. We were over in London during the week covering this one.
That's
Mark Bosnich. You may know Mark Bosnich, Australian soccer goalkeeper, also Aston Villa goalkeeper in the Premier League there. He was caught a sexual romp during the week. That's right, a sexual romp. What happened was there was four women and three men. And what happened is his teammate or former teammate Dwight York had a hidden video camera in his bedroom and actually videoed all the action. And as you can imagine, the world is absolutely going crazy trying to get their hands on this tape, which has Bosnich wearing a skirt and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. They're all the papers trying to look to bag Mark Bosnich. I say well done. Let's give him a round of applause. Well done, Mark Bosnich.
Is that true?
Unusual. Yeah, very unusual. Very unusual for us to applaud anything on the week that was. It's a very serious show.
But that deserves it.
That certainly does.
Was he really wearing a skirt?
Let's get back into our news heads now,
and if so, why?
I'm not too sure. Go on.
Well, from the sublime to the ridiculous, our regular weekly spot, Spice Watch. Of course, this week we're looking into, once again, Jerry Halliwell, the famous Ginger Spice, who's been trying to break into avenues other than music. She was rejected from the movie version of Charlie's Angels for being too fat, believe it or not. She's tried to get a job that is true, and she tried to get a job as a TV host and various other things. But
Charlie's Angels.
That's right, the new Charlie's Angels. But she's been rejected and she's now turning back to music. She's got a hotshot manager in Lisa Anderson, who used to work with the Sex Pistols, believe it or not.
I am an antichrist and I am an anarchist. I don't know what
that's where she's going. So she's heading back into music with a bit of help from George Michael.
George is writing a few songs for her. Fantastic
stuff.
To see talent backing up talent. Fantastic stuff.
He's great, isn't he?
Yes. Kirstie Alley.
Kirstie Alley.
Disturbing news during the week that she's been offered $9 million. Count them, $9 million. $2 million more than you were offered to propose in that magazine. Playboy magazine has offered $9 million to her. Don't do it, Kirstie. We don't.
Someone else offered her 15 not to.
Oh really?
I believe.
Ooh.
Hey. It's just what I heard through the grapevine. Yeah, look.
Anyway, moving along from Kirstie Alley, the woman on television with the second most annoying voice behind the nanny, I think.
Would be?
No, that's Kirstie Alley.
Oh, Kirstie Alley. You reckon?
Yes, definitely. Go on.
Oh,
let's get on with the show.
Well, this story comes to us again from England. Now, this story is one that I found hard to believe. It comes from Elton John, that fantastic pop singer, great stuff, who was told a London newspaper that at a dinner for Princess Diana before she passed away, of course, two big Hollywood heavyweights almost got into a blue over her attentions. Richard Gere apparently had been talking to Di for over 2 hours.
Yep.
And Russ, who should get angry that he'd been ignored? But, of course, your favourite actor of all time, Mr.
Sylvester Sly Stallone.
That's right. The two had to be pulled apart.
Who by?
Diana.
Sorry.
Good question.
They did have to be separated. It took a good friend of both of them. I think it was Mike Wiersma who happened to be over there doing his little bit for this show. Anyway,
fantastic.
Moving right along now, this story, we haven't got a great deal of time, so we are flying through things here tonight, but this is a special story, swimming story. I'm a huge fan of swimming.
Swimming story?
Huge fan of swimming. I love those interviews after the races. Yeah, mate, yeah, you know, yeah, boring bloody Anyway, this swimming coach in Darwin, I like this guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Lawrence.
This is 100% true. He wanted to use a 3-metre crocodile to make his swimmers swim faster. His idea was to throw the crocodile into the pool. He was going to drug it, wire its mouth up,
bullshit.
and he was going to let it go. He trains kids from 7 to 20.
Are any of them still
20 years
alive?
of age, and he was going to let this crocodile go, and it was going to chase up. Imagine the that is true. If you would like a copy of the press release that was given to me this afternoon, the fax that was sent to me, the footage that I actually have at home, I couldn't bring in with me tonight. This is all true, but unfortunately the idea got knocked on the head, as they say. And as we're about to get knocked on the head right now.
Exactly.
But that is, yep, that's
Still
true.
don't believe
All
it.
details can be given to you. You can find it on, I was going to say on the website, but...
The Week That Was
The Week
website.
That Was doesn't have a website, but the actual show does it. You got anything quickly you'd like to
why
add?
don't we just wrap up with a list that came out in America this week of the sexiest actors and actresses in Hollywood. Topping the list on the female side was Demi Moore, your favourite actress, of course.
She's great.
She is fantastic, and she beat out other heavyweights like Pamela Anderson, Julia Roberts, Halle Berry, and Barbara Streisand. Fantastic, hey? I don't know who was voting, but it's very strange. And of the men, Mel Gibson, of course, came first. Then Denzel Washington, Tom Cruise, George Clooney, Molly
Tom
Meldrum,
Cruise, then
and Brad
followed
Pitt.
by, and running in last was Ugly Dave Gray.
Ugly Dave Gray.
We're going to be leaving you now. We've overstayed the welcome.
We'll be back next
later
week.
for us. We will be back next week. Erin, I'm off to London again to catch up with Mark Bosnich and see if he can give me the phone numbers of those 4 women. And where are you off to?
I'm going to Thailand to visit Molly Meldrum in prison after his fracas
Molly
this
in
week.
prison. Okay, we didn't touch that one tonight. We don't know what's happened there, legal. Anyway, we're going to hand off pretty soon. Coming up, stay with us because I think the sports show. I can smell the sports show.
Yeah, I can smell that sports show over in the corner.
I can smell the sport. I can smell the Vaso.
The
And all that. So
Dinker Rub.
we're going. Goodbye. See ya.
That was the week that was for another week. All right, I'm here, WCYR. We're our supporters. We've got to say thank you because we wouldn't be here on air if it wasn't for them. We've got to thank the Family Planning Association of New South Wales. They're not clapping. The Pilgrim Post Group, Broadway Shopping Centre where we were last Saturday. Makeup Glamour, who make me look beautiful. The Body Shop, the Comedy Hotel in Glebe, Reverse Garbage Co-op, Metropolitan Hardware, Marrickville Building Recycling, because then apparently they're going to recycle our building. And I've been very busy this week, and I've got us some sponsors. We're getting T-shirts, that's right, WCYR T-shirts from U-Design. U-Design's an innovative new company, family-owned, with a director that's 19 years old. U-Design caters for schools, clubs and sporting teams. U-Design mean what it says. You design what you want. So if you know what you want, call Chris or Matt on 9665 7184. And those T-shirts we should have next week. I was going to bring one to show you, but we don't have them. And if you want to win one, hot off the press, so hot in fact that we don't have any, give us a call, 9698 2968, and we'll get one on our way to you when we get them. Infinity Car Sound. I have to do this. Infinity Car Sound. The best sound in your car for all cars. Phone 1-800-226861 for your nearest dealer. Infinity Car Sound. Alright. Well, that's about it, I suppose. We got Michael with the sports show. That's the best part of the show. The sports show. They're not clapping. Alright. That's loud. Rowdy audience. So I'll hand over to Mick with the sports show.
thanks for joining us for another week of the sports show. And first up, I'd like to talk about sprinting. Yesterday, Australian sprinter Nervous Paris Kneeborn from Australia beat Tanya Van Horn in a 100 metres race, and she won the race in 11.31 seconds, and that was the good news. But the bad news, next week when the Commonwealth Games start in Kuala Lumpur, she won't be there because she got knocked back today or yesterday by a committee saying that she can't be in the team. So that is bad news for her. She used to play hockey for Australia as well, and now she's into sprinting. I've been reading in the media and hearing on the news and that a few Olympians in the Sydney Olympics will be going for double medals in two sports. So that's quite unusual, and that's bad news for her. Also, Kathy Freeman won't be racing as well. She's got a foot injury and she won't be racing, so that's bad news for her and Australia as well. Another thing was, if she was in Sydney at the moment, she'd said she'd come down on the show. So it's bad news that she's not in Sydney, otherwise she would have came down and did an interview. But hopefully she'll be around soon, and if she is, hopefully we'll be able to get an interview. So we'll probably be covering some Olympics next week. So hopefully Australia will go well. Next up, I'd like to mention the rugby union. Last Saturday afternoon, Australia and New Zealand played in the women's rugby at the Sydney Football Stadium, with Australia losing to New Zealand 27-3 in the final scoreline. Australia didn't score any tries, they only kicked one goal, and New Zealand played really well. I spoke to one of the players before the game, and they were psyched up, but New Zealand were too good. And all the best to New Zealand. Australia haven't beaten them since we've played, and we've improved a lot. So hopefully next time they play, Australia will improve. And the match was only shown on TV in New Zealand, so hopefully the Seven Network and other networks can take a leaf out of their book and show live coverage as well. Also on that night, the men played Australia and New Zealand, and Australia won that match in a close game. In the first half, Matthew Burke missed about 3 shots, and then the captain, John Eales, came on, and Australia were down, and he booted a couple of goals, and then Australia got back into the match. I didn't watch the match, but I saw the highlights on Sports Tonight, and it was a good game, and Australia have improved a lot in their game. In years past, they would have probably chucked it in and gotten beaten by a bigger margin. Matthew Burke in the last couple of minutes scored the winning try and broke his elbow. So Australia beat New Zealand, and New Zealand have got beat 5 times in a row. That was the first time that happened since I think the 1930s I was reading, so that's a long time. So good luck to the Wallabies. They've got a couple of games coming up against Western Samoa and Tonga, and they've got to win these games to get into the World Cup. They're 4 days apart in each game, so I think Australia will do well, but Tonga and Fiji and that, they are good teams, and it won't be easy matches, so good luck to Australia. Next up, I'd just like to quickly mention the rugby league. North Sydney and Canterbury are playing tonight at North Sydney Oval. Kick-off 7:30. I think North Sydney should win the match. They've won 11 straight at Bear Park and they should be pretty hard to beat. Some key matchups tonight, Mark Saden and Jason Hetherington and Michael Butner and Willie Toulouse. Also tomorrow they got the Melbourne Storm playing, what have they got, tomorrow Brisbane and Parramatta. That should be a good game. I'm ticking Brisbane to win that up at ANZ Stadium. Also Melbourne and I think Melbourne and who was it? Melbourne. Who else are playing? Newcastle and East. That should be a good game. I'm tipping East to win that, and Melbourne versus Canberra tomorrow as well. Melbourne have gone good this year, and they've been a very good team with the forwards, and that'll be a close game. Last week Canberra and Manly played. I just heard a little bit on the radio, and Canberra won that match, and it was Cliffy Lyons' last game, and he's played over 300 games for the Eagles, and too bad they lost that. It should be a good round of league this week. And also I'd just like to quickly mention the AFL. We've got a couple of games. We've got the Sydney versus St Kilda, with the Swans third on the ladder. They've played 114 games together, and Sydney have won 114, and Sydney are in front, and that should be a good game. Just got a tip that the captain of the Swans, Lockett, said there'll be something special, so hopefully the Swans will win, and I might pop out next week to the game. So I'll see you next week, and all the best. Yep.
Hello. Good evening and welcome back to me. That was Michael with the Sports Show, and this is WCYR. Yeah. Thank you. And this here is Lawrence, and Lawrence has recently joined us, and he will soon be doing some segments on WCYR. Yeah. Wait. Please. I haven't even said what it is. You may not like it. I mean, okay, what are you talking about, Lawrence?
I'm talking, I'm going to be doing Queer Nation, and I'll also be talking on the GST, which
Queer
is
Nation?
coming up. Queer Nation.
Yep.
Yeah, and we'll be talking about, okay, camera, let's get away. We'll be talking about gay issues, homophobia. That'll be coming up next week, and just in the weeks to come, just gay issues, what's coming up, what's going on. It's going to be great.
Well, that's
So
just
tune
dandy.
in.
Yes, I like it.
It is dandy.
It's dandy.
Mm.
Dandy. All right, well, GST.
GST time, yes.
Do you want it?
No.
Why not?
I don't know actually, but I just don't want to.
Okay,
no.
well, that's fair enough. All right, so we'll be, you coming in next week?
Yes, definitely. That's
With
what I'm
Taz?
saying, yes.
With Taz?
With Taz.
Fantastic.
Yes.
All right, okay. So we'll see Lawrence and Taz next week on Queer Nation. And next, and very shortly, we have a very, very, very musical segment. Or shall I say musical performance with a band that you may have heard of before and may have seen on the show, namely Batteries Not Included. Yeah! Yeah, that's right. Now we have a little problem here. We have the beatbox holding the camera at the moment. So would you like me to take that off you there? You right? You don't? You're right? You're cool. Alright, okay. So, we have now Batteries Not Included. BNI. Ready on the dance floor. Take it away. Do you want any keywords?
No. Keywords?
Keywords. Girls.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, well, man. Get up. Get yourself.
Stage,
Microphone.
nigga. You on stage?
Microphone. Okay. This is mine. Go it. Hey, we're Batteries Not
Check,
Included. We're just chilling and west siding and ready? Steady? Do you want to start it? Or do you want me to start it?
You start.
You want me to start it? Alright, this is what we're all about. This is what we do. This is what we're all about, and this is what we do.
Check it out.
Check it. Sweet, step the door with me stepping on the Nike stick. We're stepping on the doors with my racket stop. It's knocking, it's looking like the smoke, cause I'm looking like the swoosh when I'm coming out with us. Cause it's Westside Connection coming out with our backstation. Here goes the shit when we're getting kinda ripped. Comes a ripper say, comes the shit with skates. Here comes the shit when we're getting kinda ripped. Comes black and tack, goes my step and my bus. Here comes our Nick when it's out like the bitch box pump. About now, because I got the flow like a plow. Does the farm and everybody knows how. The way we kick it, we just like it. We kick it every night with the VP getting high. We don't care, we got the rhymes with poetry awareness. So we don't give a shit like a people that are loving us. We just want to make sure that if Nessie comes, she wearing baggy jeans and getting down with them. Check it. Oh, she's in the house when you're stepping with the joys. When it's coming on like a sit, cause I'm up like no rap. Cause I'm getting kinda hyper when I'm sitting with the noxious WCYR. It's like a TV and a CCTV. One is the booming set and sticker with the mic. Got my camera version, T-version. Like I'm stepping over, here's my view, cause I can see it. And shit and get a kind of flicky flacker with my knife, cause it's two back. Oh yeah. Huh! Rip it. Okay, I got the message, camera number 2. So we're gonna rap straight down this thing to you. And sitting there way back in your movie little land. You might be pulling guns, but you shouldn't be doing that, man. Cause it's illegal, cause we kick this shit like an eagle. I'm evil like a mad Canadian, mad like scientists. Listen to this shit as I biz every time I hit the miss. Come out with that bliss, cause this shit I'm kinda static. I think I'm systematic, cause my psycholution running like the nation, cause I'm back. Cause you missed me when I was to see ya. It's the coolest shit, cause we get a church out. Guess I rock it, pumping like it's looking kinda epic with the Cinderella's poem for my rip goes the right. Yeah, I thought I was gonna swear it. Here comes the shit where we're getting kinda bliss, cause it's powered nation. Yeah.
Check it out one more time.
Check that, boom. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Big damn round of applause again. Man, batteries not included. Who will be back next week? What?
That was ill.
That was
ill.
Ill.
Sick.
Oh dear.
Ill
Okay.
sick performance.
So next week we have batteries not included back on the set of WCYR. Once again, every week, this week, next week, the week after, we're all ready. So, again, a big, large, a humonstrous round of applause for batteries not included. Thank you, boys. Woo! Okay, you hear that? You hear that applause? You hear that applause?
Right, thank you.
Would you like that applause? Would you like that exposure? Would you like to be seen? Come into us here at WCYR and we will show you how to become big, a big wig. Yes, that's right, man. So come on down, WCYR, and get involved either behind the cameras or in front of. If you're a musician, a presenter, or anything at all, please come. Look at Lawrence over here. He came here 2 weeks ago. He's already got a show. Hello. Hello. Lawrence. Big applause for Lawrence. Yes. Queer Nation. Okay, so come on down. Give us a call, 969-829-68. Thank you very much.
It's the bomb.
It's the bomb.
Oh, 9698-2968. We's coming through with the shit you appreciate. We just like the way we kick it every single night. Listen to my boy.
When you want to call us up, because it's 9. 2 is in the house. It's 9689. Because I'm little on the list. Because I lost my drip. Here's the shit. Because my boy is pumping it up with the verse. Because here's the number nation for your Clement stations.
That's it, boys. And we'll see you next week. But now we have couch potatoes with Eddie the man. Eddie, we love you, Eddie. Big round of applause. Thank you, Eddie. Couch potatoes. Thank you, Eddie. Goody Google. Eddie.
I welcome you to Couch Potatoes. You're up past your bedtime, you latos, but you I'll forgive. Together we'll live and discuss the TV duds and greatos. Thank you, Justin. Well, we all know what the big event this week is. The event was announced, the date was set, the campaigning has been going strong all week, and I have to report on it. I really don't need to tell you what it is, because you all know that the big event to which I refer is that tonight, both Burke's Backyard and Better Homes and Gardens have been presenting their spring specials, and oh, what a competition it is. It has more similarities to the big election thingy boozle bib than just the campaigning and the competition and the direct everything else. It's rather like an election actually, because there's we get to choose between these two parties, and it's a tough choice because we have to decide which one will and how we will be shown exactly what it is that we don't want. The system works quite similar to the political system in that the way they get their jobs is they kiss so many butts of the people who they hope will kiss their butts eventually. And these I'm sorry, I've lost it completely at the moment. What do I mean by at the moment? And yeah, other similarities to the big election setup. It's the big bickering that seems to be going on between the two parties, between Better Homes and Gardens and Burke's Backyard. And that Burke's Backyard has been accusing Better Homes and Gardens of being absolute hypocrites by encouraging people to compost in the garden, to use mulch, to use the recycling stuff. But the show promotes a magazine which cannot be recycled and cannot be mulched. But then Better Homes and Gardens hits back at Burke's Backyard by saying that Burke's Backyard encourages people to get rid of irritating little weedy things because they're not welcome on this planet. However, Don Burke appears on the show week after week after week. And of course, Better Homes and Gardens retaliated by saying that Burke's Backyard is on Channel 9, and Channel 9 standards of specials are not really very high at all, considering the number of so-called specials that Sale of the Century has, and the people they call special guests on Midday with Kerry Ann, who are really bumbling nobodies. But then Channel 9 retaliated by saying Better Homes and Gardens is on Channel 7, where for something to be special, well, surely you don't want me to do another Bruce McAvaney line, because that joke is getting really, really old. This week there was an article in the paper about Richard Ackland, the man who's taken over Media Watch this year, and it seems that his his colleagues have turned on him because of the things he's been saying about them on Media Watch while he's just been doing his job, which makes me feel really bad because I'm just doing my job here on Couch Potatoes, which I get paid so many $1 million, and there are so many people who end up being the butt end of my jokes. So before I go too far, before people start turning on me, before everyone disowns me, before they own me, I'd just like to give a big apology to Ray Martin, Richard Feidler, Kerry Ann Kennelly, Bruce McAvaney, Belinda Emmett, and pretty much the entire cast of Home and Away, the entire cast of Breakers, other people who have been butt ends of my jokes, such as Tony Barber, Daryl Eastlake, Daryl Summers, wait, maybe he deserved it, but anyway, Lavinia Nixon, Darren Hinch, Rob Elliott, Adriana Exenides, Mick Wiesmer, Dermot, Greg Evans, Max Walker, Miss Helena from Romper Room, B1, B2, Fran Drescher, Frank Holden, the Leyland Brothers, the cast of Totally Full Frontal, and the cast of Better Homes and Gardens and Burke's Backyard. Yeah, short segment this week, not much has happened, not much to talk about, and I'm feeling as sick as a dog, so I'm going to escape very quickly. All I really have left to say is stay happy, stay healthy, and have a lovely what's-her-name.
Just wanted to do that, boys. If you've got a video or anything, short films, or you've made a little comedy piece or a little drama piece, something like that, send it in to us. Send it in because we are very interested, and we will be able to give your thing the airplay that it deserves. That's right. So, and if you want to get in contact with us, of course, you can give us a call on 9698-2968, or send it in to us on Box BO1, McKell Building, 55 Walker Street, Redfern, 2016 or 6, depending where you're from. WCYR aussiemail.com.au. You send us some email, or catch us on our website, which is www.aussiemail.com.au. That is especially being sent out to those people who have who are aspiring filmmakers, and you have done something, some little film, anything like that. Send it in, and we will give it a run. We'll have to review it first, of course, but as long as there's no Mark Bosnich like things on it. Getting back to that, yeah. Anyway, I won't talk about that anymore because Film Forum is in the house, as they say in the rap world, with which I am very in tune with. Here we go with Film Forum. Let's go crazy in here. Final segment tonight. Thank you very much. Good night.
Love you, Aaron.
Thanks to my homeboy Russ, a fellow rap comrade of mine.
Thank you.
All right. Welcome to Film Forum. I've got a quick show tonight. I'm just going to talk about two movies. One movie that I want you to run out and see, and another one that I want you to run away from. The movie I want you to run towards is a movie that everyone's probably seen. It's been on in advanced screenings, and apparently it's making lots and lots of money. It's a movie called There's Something About Mary, which is from directors Peter and Bobby Farrelly, who have made two other films, Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels, and a movie with Woody Harrelson called Kingpin. Two very funny, very sick, demented movies, which I enjoyed very much. Their third film is their best by far. It stars Cameron Diaz, Ben Stiller, Matt Dillon, Lee Evans, and a few other surprising people in supporting roles. And it's about a guy, played by Ben Stiller, who wants to seek out his high school sweetheart 10 years after the fact and try and get back together with her. He hires a sleazy private eye, played by Matt Dillon, to track her down, and Matt Dillon falls in love with her as well. So it sounds like a conventional romantic comedy, but it's a great film that revels in lots of disgusting humour. It makes fun of cruelty to animals and all sorts of retarded people. Basically things you really shouldn't do in movies, but things that are actually very, very funny. It's an hilarious film, and I would even go so far as to say that it's the funniest film of the year at the moment, which isn't really saying that much because there haven't been that many funny movies, but it is truly hysterical, the kind of film that you literally just laugh your head off at from beginning to end. This is great stuff. I loved it. It's truly hilarious. So go and see it. It started yesterday, I think, and is pretty much on everywhere. So there's no excuse not to see it. If you want a good laugh, see There's Something About Mary. It's terrific. And out of $12.50, I would give There's Something About Mary $12. It's a great movie, so run out and see it. A film that's not as good, that's actually quite terrible, is a movie that's been on for a couple of weeks now, but which I haven't discussed yet. A movie called Armageddon, which stars Bruce Willis, a kind of aging, daggy sort of action star, who's in this film, which is another asteroid film after Deep Impact, and is about a group of oil drillers that are sent into outer space to plant a nuclear bomb on an asteroid and save the world. It's a terrible film and is more or less a representation of everything that's bad in Hollywood. It's unoriginal, it's stupid, it goes for about 4 hours, or it seems to. It's just macho nonsense, and this film is just the pits. And out of $12.50, I'd give Armageddon about $3 for a few moments of wild excitement. But on the whole, it's a terrible film, profoundly awful movie, which I think is just indicative of where Hollywood's going, which is nowhere good at the moment. That's all I have time for this week, but I'll be back next week, and hopefully I'll have two very good films to talk about. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to check the guides and see what's on. But Boomerang 2 is in production at the moment with Eddie Murphy, and I'm sure it's going to be even better than the original. But I'll be back next week, hopefully with some better films. So I'll see you then.
That's Samo with our creative cameraman there, Samo, with his little creative shots, the artist that he is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of yet another Friday night Wisdom Channel
What a
Youth Review
fantastic
show.
show.
And the audience loved tonight, didn't they?
Yeah. It's flowing.
They're ripping their clothes off, throwing it onto the set.
Yeah.
They can't get enough.
They look like they've just had a full-on workout, you know, like they've been in the gym for a couple of hours.
Absolutely.
They're sweating, they're loving it.
I think what it was I noticed some people getting some of the hummus into them, and I think it's vitalised them up no end.
Yeah.
And that's why the response is what it is, which is, guys. So you can't get a better rap for that hummus than that response, can you? Really?
But what a show!
I don't know what you
That
put in
was
there,
great.
but it works. Hey, we're gonna feed you guys every week.
And like, I'd say thanks to our guests who we had along tonight. There was Dermot with Tanya
and Kate,
who was
Joe with
who came
Kate.
to talk about, and Joe with Kate.
Yep.
It was really nice of them to come down and
hang
out with us.
It's good to see we're getting all the big names in here these days.
Yeah, huge names.
The
like,
rep is,
full.
you know, people are hearing about us and tuning in.
Yeah, the little cup with the cord to the other cup, which is how we transmit it.
That was in the early days, with the can with the little cord, but now
It's working.
it's so much more.
Yeah.
It's we got cameras, we got Samo here behind the camera, all this creative work, just all these creative minds at work here in the one place. And we'd encourage people to call in if they want to and get involved.
You've got the number.
And come in and try some of Dave's vegan food. Scrum diddly umptious, that one.
And
96982968 is the number to call for that scrum diddly umptious food.
And we've got new presenters next week, or a new presenter anyway,
that right?
for that Queer
Who have we got?
Nation, or was it Queer Nation? The gentleman who's just Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Yeah, that'll be good.
All right.
Yeah,
good.
that's a new thing, and so
we've got lots of new
like
faces in
Jonno
here at
was
the
saying
moment,
before, as soon as you ring up, you can get involved so easily. I was only here like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, and we got t-shirts.
And a shirt.
We got t-shirts. We got we
Fantastic.
got everything happening, haven't we?
Yeah.
We got t-shirts. We're
Sure
going to
have.
set up franchises. We're going to sell the rights to the
we
name.
should, I think we should get some shorts printed.
You reckon?
Little denim shorts.
Little denim shorts. they go down a treat in Newtown and Glebe, I'm sure, Dave.
I reckon.
Whether Jonno and Maiko and Samo would wear them around Redfern, I wouldn't be too sure. How would that go down, Samo? Would that be a nod, or would that be a... Would you wear it? Yeah, nod. Samo's right into that idea. So, yeah. But anyway, that's us for another week. Dave, any final words?
No.
Enroll to
just
vote, very important.
Yeah.
Samo,
The
enroll
voting
to
thing.
vote. Is that a yes?
Going on from
Good to
what
see.
Tanya said. Yeah, they used some kind of fancy way of saying it, but if you don't vote, you're just not important. So you've got to use your right to vote to make a difference.
Absolutely.
And you can't sit around moaning if you don't vote.
Samo, you enjoy the show? Good one. Good one.
Yeah. Thanks
All
for
right,
joining us.
That's it for this week. That was Dave. I'm Lewis. That was Mr. Travis Juice.